All right. LDMMAC. This is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Okay, guys, I've been waiting for this thing. I've been waiting for this fight for 3 months, man. Over 3 months. And you know what? This fight did not disappoint me. This was a tremendous fight by two great fighters. Guys, you got Olga, big bad Olga Rubin versus Cindy Battle Cat Dandois. And this fight went down. This was a good fight, man. Now, when you look, like honestly, man, when you walk up, if you were to roll up on Cindy Dandois, you look at her, Cindy does not look like she could go in there and beat the hell out of you. But boy, that's so far from the truth. And if you don't think that this woman, this 34-year-old master of judoka, okay, she got legit BJJ skills, judoka skills. If you don't think that this woman could whoop your ass, well, ask Olga Rubin. Oh yeah, ask Olga. Ask Olga. Olga finished this fight on her back, man, and Olga was like, "Yo, what the heck?" But let's talk about the fight. Okay, man, round one. Round one, really, it was both of them just filling each other out. Like they were throwing some jabs. Olga didn't do a whole lot in round one to me. Olga kind of kept the distance. She threw some jabs. She threw a couple of lefts. But then that was about it for me. That's all I saw. Actually, now get this. I saw Cindy Dandois in round one actually outstrike Olga Rubin. Yeah, that's right. You know what? I'm going to be honest with y'all. And not just because I'm a Cindy fan, her striking looked a lot better. Like, I actually saw Cindy using a jab. And when she threw the jab, I actually saw Cindy putting her hand back up under her chin. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to seeing Cindy, try to feint. I'm not used to that. But I saw some of that in round one. She would pop the jab. Now, when she came back with the right, I still felt like Cindy was more so pushing her punches, more so than like rotating her hip and throwing a punch. But she caught Olga Rubin with a right hand, man. And Olga, Olga started holding her eye. And I'm like, oh, God, dog, wait a minute. Cindy Dandois with a right hand? And then Olga, she pushed Cindy down and got on top, but Olga kind of stayed in Cindy guard for the remainder of the round. That's what I saw. Olga threw some shots here and there, but it wasn't anything to write home about. I gave round one to Cindy Dandois. I thought Cindy landed more strikes. And I actually thought that a lot of the strikes Cindy landed, they were doing damage. I mean, after round one, Olga, I was starting to swell up, man. I'm like, yo, Cindy caught Olga with a shot, but yeah, it was a good first round for Dandois. Round two, Olga Rubin just let it out, man. Olga Rubin started letting her hands go. And, the thing of it is, man, with a fighter like Olga Rubin, Olga is very aggressive, man. But I noticed in this fight, Olga was like, oh, hell no. I'm going to tell you something else about Olga Rubin that I like, man. Olga Rubin impressed me because she was willing to go to the ground, go to Cindy's world. She did. She did that for a period. She did in round one, too. And I think she did it in round one. She did it more towards the end of the round where she probably felt like she could hang a little bit without getting submitted. But I respect Olga for wanting to go into Cindy's world, test the waters. Olga tested them waters in round two. Olga was like, oh, hell no. But Olga, to me, let her hands go in round two. She got Cindy against the cage, man. And she started hitting Cindy with a lot of 1-2s against the cage. And she dropped Cindy. Cindy, you can tell she was visibly hurt. Cindy dropped. But then immediately Cindy began to go for the grappling move. She began to just really try to, survive in that round. Her defense was good. And she kept Olga in a guard. She kept pressing Olga's head to her chest. So Olga couldn't do any more damage. It was kind of frustrating because Olga was getting frustrated. Like, Olga was like, God, like I'm trying to finish this girl. I'm trying to get up out of here. And she couldn't do it, man. Cindy, the ground game, man, she kept Olga pinned to her so Olga couldn't do anything. But I gave round two clearly to Olga Rubin. Olga, to me, just did more in that round. So, to me, going into round three, I had it 1-1. Round three was a pivotal round, okay? Olga, she came in. Olga came in throwing punches. And she would not let Cindy get close to her. She wasn't trying to hit Cindy. She wasn't trying to have Cindy get close to her. And then, Olga engaged in a clinch. And I'm thinking, why would she do that? And then, of course, Cindy took her down. Cindy took Olga to the ground. And then Olga managed to reverse the position. Olga managed to get into Cindy's guard, and Olga got back up. And she invited Cindy to stand up. And Cindy wouldn't stand up, so Olga started kicking her in the thighs. And then finally, Olga just stopped, and Cindy had to get up because Olga wasn't gonna do anything. Olga let Cindy get up, man. Like that's like Olga after she got a taste of the ground game. Olga was like, oh hell no. And so then, Olga, it was about 50 seconds in round 3. Olga tried to close the show, and Cindy, she got in close, and Cindy took her down, man. She took her down. That's what a judoka do. You get too close to them, they take your ass down. Okay, it looked to me more like an Ostegard probably. Okay, but she took her down. She rolled her hips and she tripped her with her leg, and she got Olga in a headlock. So Cindy only had about 40 seconds to work, and it just wasn't enough, man. Just wasn't enough. Olga was trying to do everything she can to get back up, man. But them last 40 seconds was hell for Olga. Olga was like, look, she was defending. Olga was moving. Olga was doing everything. Cindy got Olga into a triangle choke, man. It was nasty, but the sweat. It's really hard to submit somebody, man, in the last round. It is, man, because they've been sweating, they've been moving, so your moves are they're nullified, man. I don't know if you've ever, been in there, and if you've ever been rolling with somebody for a while, and if you've been rolling with them for a while, they can't really submit you like they want to. They got to do that early, man. When the fight early, then you'll notice that, man, that Cindy couldn't hold the triangle, man. Olga slipped out of there, and Cindy rolled her back down on her back. And Olga was just trying to fight to get up, man. Olga was just surviving at that point because Olga was like, yo, man, I don't want to do nothing with this girl on the ground. I just want to hold on. And then when the fight was over, Cindy got up. Olga laid there looking up at the ceiling like, what the hell just happened? Like, Olga was saying, hey, I'm going to knock her out. I'm going to knock her out. Man, I'm like, you ain't knocking out Dandois. You can win, but you ain't knocking her out. But this was a good fight, man. I respect Olga. Olga Rubin did what a lot of fighters don't do, man. She went to the person, it was ill-advised, man. She went into Cindy's world, man. She tested the waters. She figured out that, what, this might not be working for me. Yeah, man, it is what it is. But shout out to Cindy Battlecat Dandois. And Cindy told me to take a footage. She said, hey, take a video of my behind with the logo on it. And I have done that. Shout out to Cindy Dandois. Okay, shout out to her. Shout out to Olga Rubin for a very, very great fight. Hey, what's next, man? Both of these ladies, Cindy don't got nothing to have her head down about. She don't have nothing to have her head down. She fought a good fight, man. She fought against a very powerful striker. It was very fast, very athletic. And that's something to say, man. When people, appearance can be something, can't it? Appearance can be something. Because if you would have asked me, if I've never seen Cindy, you say, this a fighter? Nah, she don't know how to fight. But I guarantee you, everybody who underestimated her, everybody, they'll tell you straight up, this is probably one of the most dangerous women at featherweight, because she can submit you at any time, and that's just the way that is. Shout out to both ladies, guys. This is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe to the best women's MMA platform on YouTube.